First, we're going to cover distributive property. As you can see, I've written the property here in green. A times the sum of B plus C equals AB plus AC. You'll often see me in class or when I'm solving the problems with you in person, tell you to distribute the whatever is in front of the parentheses to both values inside. So that means when I'm distributing, I multiply. So I would multiply A times B, and then I would multiply A times C. And that would be what we get on the other side. So in this first problem, 7 times the sum of x plus 4. I'm going to multiply 7 times x and get 7x. Keep my operation the same, so addition. So plus 7 times 4, which equals 28. At this point, there is nothing left to combine. We have our variable term and our constant, and those are not like terms. So that is our answer. Let's try one that's a little bit more challenging. Let's say I give you a problem that says -4 times the difference of negative W and 10. Okay, so on this one, we have to distribute negatives. There's two ways that I can show you how to do this. The first way is to take -4 and multiply it by negative W. That would give us a positive 4W. Then I can say -4 times negative 10 gets us a positive 40. A common mistake is to only multiply the -4 by the first value. You need to make sure that you include everything in the grouping and that you are distributing evenly. So we are left with 4W plus 40. It can be quite challenging to distribute a negative when you have a negative inside and you have a subtraction sign. So sometimes I like to change my subtraction signs to plus a negative. That way I know after I distribute, I will have an addition sign, and it makes less thinking on my part because now all I have to do is remember my multiplication and multiplication rules when multiplying integers. So I will take -4 and multiply it by negative W and get 4W. And I will multiply -4 by negative 10 and have 40. And as you can see, it took the guessing work out of trying to figure out what my operation was. So we have the same answer. One way is with changing your operation and your sign, and one way is with just going solving it without changing anything. Now there's also the other type of problem where you have to distribute and then combine like terms. This is something you'll use in algebra when you are solving multi-step equations. So let's take a look at that real quick. If I have 10 minus y minus 6 minus y, there's a lot going on there. We have to distribute and then we have to combine like terms. One thing that's often forgotten is that when you are looking at this parentheses, we want to always remember if there is not a number in front of the parentheses that there's always a 1. So that is what you are distributing, and in this case it's a -1. So let's try to do this. We're not going to distribute the 10 into the parentheses because it's not directly in front of the parentheses. So we're just going to leave 10 by itself for now. Minus negative 1 times y would leave you with minus y. And then negative 1 times negative 6 would give you plus a 6 minus y. So we can now combine like terms. I'm going to underline my constants. So 10 plus 6 is 16. And then I'm going to change my subtraction signs to plus a negative. So then I know all I have to do is add. And then I have negative y plus negative y, which will be negative 2y. We always want to write this in proper notation, so it's going to actually be negative 2y plus 16. We want our variable terms to come first. So this is what you would want to finish out your problem with. So that's just a little bit of review on distributive property. Make sure that you are distributing a number that is directly in front of the parentheses, and if there is an operation separating a number and parentheses, you know not to distribute.